Hey guys, how you doing today? Irish Pepper 2A, and today we're going to talk about why this is not an EDC Altoid tin. Stay tuned. All right, how's it going everybody? Happy Sunday to everyone. And I know it's been a while since I did a video, but I wanted to catch up. Just got a little twig fire going in the back. It's mainly just to keep the bugs away, but the subject of today's video is doing a survival Altoid tin. And I've seen hundreds of videos on these. I've seen videos where people are getting 30, 40, 50 items in here. And just from my circumstances, I just really don't find that practical. I really don't think something like this is going to save your life. But I thought I would throw a few things out there that, you know, would work for someone like me. As we did that video series about getting lost with the pup, I thought about what are some of the things I wish I would have had in that situation. So that's why I titled this video, Not an EDC Altoid Tin Survival Tin, but rather circumstantial, a specific event survival tin. So basically what we have is a regular Altoid can held closed by a couple of rubber bands, which they're nothing special. It's what I had in the cupboard. Just regular old rubber bands. What the usage for them might be, I don't know. Just having some fun. I don't know. I guess maybe you could make a tourniquet out of it if you were really in a pinch, but that's not the idea behind this. So, we have the bands holding the Altoid tin shut because with just a little bit of items I have in here, I can't even get this to close. Now, I've seen a lot of people will do, knives, ferro rods, things like that in here. I didn't waste the room for a knife in here. I did not do it. In my idea of thinking, carry a knife, whatever that may be. I have a basic non-serrated buck folder. I have my personal favorite CRKT serrated. I really like this knife. It's a good quality knife. And then a tried and true actual Victorinox Swiss Army knife, the real deal. See, there's a lot of stuff on there. Guys, pick your poison, whatever works best for you. I'm not going to say any one of these are better than the other. That's an individual choice. So with that being said, carry a knife with you, okay? Just, carry a folder, carry something with you so that you're not relying on those little ones that you see that they put in here. You've seen them, the ones that come on the stainless steel card that you can punch out. Here's a news flash for you. That stainless steel is not all that strong. I've never really seen a good review on any of them. That's my mileage. Your mileage may vary. So, without further ado, let's get right back in to what is in this tin. There it is right there. All right, guys. So we have 550 cord, picture wire, 22 gauge. I have a fire nugget. I have a compass, whistle, and magnifying glass combination. A lighter. You can't see it under here. I have some sinkers. Then up here is duct tape. 3 pieces of duct tape. And underneath that are 2 number 6 fishing hooks. So going into the content of this, I bought this thinking this was a pretty nifty item. It was inexpensive. 3 things on here that really caught my attention. was the compass. The compass would have been cool to have. And I checked it out. It is actually not a bad compass. I checked it against one of my good ones at home. It did the job. It was good. Second thing on here was a whistle. Signal whistle. I thought that was a pretty cool feature. The third thing that sold me on this and made me decide to spend the whole $4.95 on this was the magnifying glass right here. Come to find out, this will not generate enough heat to even singe the hair on my arms. So, with that being said, I will be trading this out for just a small compass and a signal whistle. That's far too much bulk to have in here. So, it was good in theory. Like I said, I talk about in my videos, a lot of stuff is good in theory until you put it into actual practice. This one was, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10 because it did not give me the desired result. Next thing, I did not go with a ferro rod. I just went with a mini Bic lighter in the most obnoxious color that I could find. I did that for a reason, because if I drop it, it's going to be easy to find. You know, unless I'm in a dandelion field, that's going to be easy to see. All right, so a mini Bic lighter. Yeah, it's cool to have the skills to rub 2 sticks together, make a bow drill. As many others before me have said, nothing beats a good old Bic lighter. Snare wire, 22 gauge. You find it in your home stores, also known as picture wire. This little ball right here, that right there, that's 9 feet. 9 feet of picture / snare wire. Realistically, what would I use this for in this particular situation with this little tin? It's just going to be binding something together in case I'm caught out. I highly doubt I'm going to try and trap any animals in this particular situation. Which brings me to another point is, I talk about the theory and the practice, you know, of how to actually snare an animal if you're out. I would never do a tutorial on that. I'm not about to kill anything, just for demonstration purposes. In this particular instance, I just hope that my theory leads to good practice on that. I'm going to study everything that I can and hope for the best, to be truthful. I'm not about to kill anything needlessly. In here, tinfoil is a fire nugget. That's a cotton ball soaked with some type of petroleum product. In this case, I used lip balm. It's in there. That'll catch a spark. That'll burn for a while. You can use this multiple times. That would work in a pinch. I got this little twig fire going here today with, you know, just some pine. Come on, buddy. Move. Remy, we're going to make this a blooper. Come on. Move. I built this little fire here today with just some pine resin and a couple pieces of fat wood. This is for an emergency. This is not my initial go-to. Pardon the other star of the show here. This here, paracord, 550. This is 7 feet of paracord. I was having trouble getting this in here. So inside here are 7 strands of additional fiber. I had to remove 2, so that only leaves me with 5. If you want additional cordage, you want that peace of mind, that safety factor, get a paracord bracelet and weave it yourself. Learn how to weave one yourself. I made this one. Wasn't hard. There's hundreds of tutorials out there. You can do it. This one is, I believe, about 12 to 14 feet of paracord. It has all the inner fibers in it, so 7 fibers inside of 12 to 14, maybe even 15 feet. I'm a small guy, so it didn't take that much. Your mileage may vary. They have split shot sinkers for the hooks that are underneath this duct tape here. Now, I didn't put the hooks directly on the duct tape. I'd never get them out. The hooks are sandwiched in between a piece of cardboard and the 3 layers of duct tape. So they're in there with, what is it, like 6 inches of string. They're not just hooks. They're actually have the tie-offs on them. So they're not just plain hooks. What I would do is maybe, if there was even a water source to even fish from, I would make this into a trot line. Realistically speaking, in this situation, what would I do with this cord? I would make a leash for him so he doesn't run off again. That's what got us into this mess in the first place. Realistically speaking, I would make a leash before we would probably end up spending the night and then just make our way out. But again, guys, this is total, oh my goodness, my life sucks and we are lost, we can't get out. That was the hypothetical scenario. Lastly, in this tin, it's a little pouch, white powder. Now, I know what you're thinking right now, don't judge me. Everybody has to have a good time, keep their spirits up, right? Seriously, what's in this pouch? Sodium bicarbonate. There's a reason that this is in here. If you go to anywhere, like any of your box stores, any of your Walmart or somewhere like that, you would find anti-itch and poison ivy rub, things like that. The #1 ingredient in that is sodium bicarbonate, otherwise known as baking soda. If we're out here, I get stung, bit by mosquitoes or whatnot, you know, it's having a rough time, I'm extremely uncomfortable. What you can do is take this and a little bit of water and you make a little slurry out of it. Just shy of a paste. You know, you just want it to be a little bit thick but a little bit runny. And then what you can do is rub that on the bite. Maybe perhaps you rubbed up against some poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, things like that. You rub that on, and baking soda with water will relieve the itch. I thought that was a neat item. I don't see a lot of people adding things like this. So, with all those things taken into consideration, am I a big believer of the survival tin? Not really. In my opinion, this wasn't bad. It's realistic of, you know, some things that you might want to carry. This is something that I would certainly carry. I had this in my back pocket the whole drive up here today with the dog. Didn't bother me one bit. It's about the size of a wallet, just a little bit thicker, than a wallet. You know, didn't hurt the backside sitting on it in the car the whole way up here. So, not bad. With that being said, you know, this was designed for one particular situation. It's not something that I would throw in a bug out bag. It's not something that I would keep in my car with me. A lot of tins are done as like urban survival tins. You know, as I said before, you know, some people try to have the do-it-all tin. And, you know, just, you know, to me, it's not realistic. You could make up several of these and just have them in your house depending, oh, you know, what am I doing today? Oh, I need to go down to town and run some errands. You would grab your urban tin, things that you would need in the city. Oh, I'm going for an extended hike, you know, a serious one, not just a walk with the dog. You don't need a tin, take a backpack. Seriously, take a backpack. The other scenario is, you know, I'm taking the dog out. We're just going to go for a little walk, no problems expected. It takes something like that. So that's going to do it for today. I hope this video gave you something to think about. You know, I'm not trying to turn anybody off from Altoid survival tins. I'm just giving you my perspective on them and what I think, what the potential is. You know, I hope, you know, you guys glean something out of this video. It was a fun one to make. It was definitely a work in progress to get to where we are today. So with that being said, Irish Prepper 2A, I'm going to sign off. Remy's tired. It's time to go home. You all have a blessed day. Take care.